bougie. I don't see no red lights, no red lights. I'm about to do this right, oh, about to do this right. So turn off all the lights, turn off all the lights, turn off all the lights, whoa. I don't see no red lights, no red lights. I'm about to do this right, oh, about to do this right. So turn off all the lights, turn off all the lights, turn off all the lights like this.
Yo, what's going on, good people? It's Thursday night, the best night of your life on Candid Talk Radio, IntellectualRadio.com. What's going on? Of course, it's your boy Steve, and I'm here with the hostess. With the mostest.
Hello, good people. How are you? I really hate this song, and I know the producer does it on purpose every Thursday to play this song, and I am the last person that is bougie. Very last.
And to her left, we got my boy Dion.
What's happening, y'all?
That's what y'all are.
I'm going to slide right on past that one because I don't want no comments, no questions, no controversy. So we'll keep it moving. Hey, what's going on, people? How y'all doing?
Wow, that's what you want. Like, you hit me up. You say, well, my Morgan Park here. You can't even back me. You can't even back me.
He don't want to. I just think I got Dion. I got you, Dion. Here goes the thing.
Back me. He don't even want to back me. I feel offended.
No.
This is
not backing you.
And change back into my Eastern Star stuff.
It is. Hold on, wait. It ain't got nothing to do with this. See, what it is that
you
God.
don't even have a Mustang necklace.
Wait. Let me explain it to you.
Got one of those.
I gotta explain it to you. See, this is what it is. He knows that God is only gonna forgive him for a certain amount of lies. So why should he waste one on you?
And
that's
I
all.
fulfilled my limit. I know I'm past my limit, so I'm not gonna try to stretch that any further. You know what I mean? So, yes.
Wow, this is now bougie radio.
Yes.
That's so. As Dan would say. But great week.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already Thursday.
I'm so glad it's already Thursday.
It seems like this whole week just. When that holiday falls on that Monday, sometimes it dragged. But this week just like shot past me. My daughter's last day of school is tomorrow. She's super excited.
Yeah.
7 years old. Yes, I'm out for the summer. Then say, well, did you sign me up for summer school? But you were just excited about being out.
Right.
I don't know what to do with you, little girl. Yeah, I said, I don't know what to do with you. She's like, well, I'm going to take gymnastics. I'm going to take dance. Oh, I'm going to do swimming. I'm just going to be busy. I said, oh, okay.
And as soon as you try and wake her up at 7 o'clock, she's gonna lose her mind.
This little girl literally gets up about 5:50, 6 o'clock every day. She literally gets up from out of her room to come get in the bed with me every morning. She's up, and when she's up, it's like, okay, I'm ready to eat breakfast. Like, Megan, what do you want? Would you like some cereal? No. Can I have some bacon, some eggs, and some grits?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like, literally. Did you fix my lunch? Yeah. She gets a hot breakfast every day. I need to start
spending the night with y'all then, man. That's what I need, because I like some of that stuff too.
Well, I give her a hot breakfast only because she has to take the cold lunch.
Okay.
You can't. She don't want the lunch at the school.
We survived.
It's different now. Remember,
we had choke sandwiches though.
We used to get some good stuff. We used to get some good pizza. We used to get some good stuff. They done changed.
She's looking like I don't know.
You talking about high school? I'm talking about grade school.
Hey, my aunt was in the kitchen grade school. I had some good meals. My aunt was over the kitchen.
Oh, some people are fortunate like that.
I had extras. I had some good food.
Just saying.
They had spaghetti. My aunt be like, "You want some Parmesan cheese?" I'd be like,
only thing that was good in my lunch in grammar school was the chocolate milk. That's about it.
Chocolate milk and donuts.
Not even the pizza.
Oh, the little something. No, the pizza was terrible.
And the butter cookies.
And my aunt was the queen of butter cookies.
Yeah.
Them super donuts. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, we didn't get the donuts. I don't remember the donuts.
Our donuts.
Well, you get cool.
In high school.
Grade school.
Grade school, man. You get cool with the lunch lady. She'll warm it up for you. Oh yeah.
We had them cookies.
She'll put it in the microwave for 11 seconds.
Right. Anything longer, you messed it up.
You didn't burn it. It's gonna be hard.
Messed it up.
In high school, I think I had 2 lunches for about 2 years until they caught on to me. They thought I had a twin. Remember them 2 white security guards we had?
Yeah.
I had lunch 4th and 7th period. Like seriously, and what I would do was change my hair around, or I'd just throw a jacket on, or we had them little, remember those little shirts they used to zip up on the side?
Yeah,
I used to have them in pink, purple, and blue, and I would, if I wore that with that day, I would just switch them up. I got away with that for 2 years.
Y'all see why she is now? Y'all see why now, don't you?
Hey, for some reason, study always fell on fourth period for me.
I always had lunch either fourth or seventh. It was back and forth all 4 years. So I didn't
I'm just saying that's how mine was. So, but I always had that study on the fourth period. That's why I'm like, I'm not going to study. I don't even have to study. Back in them days, you didn't have to study. You just had it up here.
Yeah, you knew better than.
And now these days, you ain't even got to study or go to school. Just find you a Kardashian.
Hey, man, that's it. For real. Or Hilton.
I wish I would have known that.
I
would even change my last name, Steve Kardashian. Don't worry about it, baby. We ain't gotta argue about it. I'll take your last name. It's cool.
But if it's so much that comes with that, are you prepared?
Well, because it comes with a lot of money. I'm cool with that.
Right, I ain't got to be in the media that much. I mean, special occasions, when you step out to a show or something, I get it. But other than that, man, I'm low key.
Now, if a woman says that she's a gold digger, but you all can sit up here and say that.
Oh, I'll be the first to tell you. I'm a gold digger. Yeah, I'm doing it strictly for money.
Right.
Let's be very clear.
It ain't so much about the money for me. Like, I like nice things. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you give me a Lamborghini and I'm cool.
Which sister would you date?
If they all were single?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Here goes.
No, you just got to give me one. I don't need you to break it down. Just which sister would you date? Off the top of your head, who would you date?
If I had to choose, I would just maybe say Kim.
And what about you?
Kim. Yeah.
Y'all both stupid because Courtney is the most beautiful one out of all of them.
Courtney. The only thing about Courtney is that Courtney booty is about this table, and
ironing board.
If she just had a little bit more, she would have won. She would have won.
Yeah, she got the face most definitely.
Oh no, she got the face, but
I think that she's the prettiest one out of all of them.
I don't. I think.
But you're looking at body.
No, not even body. Like, let me tell you something.
You think Kim looks better than Courtney?
Let me tell you something. I've seen Kim. Let me tell you something. Once, Kim looks so much prettier than she does on television.
Wow.
When I saw Kim had on jeans, a t-shirt, and she had a cap on with a ponytail. No makeup on. Stopped me in my tracks.
Dig that.
And and keep in mind, it wasn't her body that stopped me because she was sitting down.
Right.
She was sitting down. She is gorgeous. Yeah. I can't even stunt.
Yeah,
like
I just think Courtney is she has.
I've never seen Courtney in person. No, but don't get me wrong.
If you look at Courtney really does not wear makeup. Only time you see her with makeup on,
I'm not taking none. Don't get me wrong.
That.
I'm not taking none from Courtney. Courtney is my number 2. If Kim is taken, I'm going for Courtney.
Who's your number 2?
Courtney.
Why Chloe don't get no play?
Chloe is not as cute as the other two. I'm gonna just put it out there, man.
She's not the cutest.
Okay, what about the mother?
Definitely not. I'm taking Callie. I'll take Kylie.
Chris, her mind is gone, man.
The youngest. Kylie
Jenner. Yeah.
No, you can't go for them.
Why not?
Why not? She grown.
She 18.
She grown
19.
now. Kylie fine now.
You mean Kendall or Kylie? Because Kendall is better looking than Kylie.
Who is Kendall?
Kendall is the one that's the supermodel.
I don't know Kendall.
Oh yeah, they're twins, right?
No, they're about a year or 2 years apart. You never saw Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner is absolutely stunning.
Well, it don't matter with us because we good. You got to take Rob.
No.
He losing weight.
He getting down. He get back to 5, 6 years ago.
Look, it's rather that or you got to take Bruce.
Bruce is now Caitlyn.
Well, you got to take Caitlyn then. And let's be real. I'm sorry. That's Bruce.
Or Scott, Courtney's ex.
No, Scott is just
that's
totally
Bruce.
disgusting.
I'm sorry. That's Bruce.
Caitlyn.
Have you?
Oh, okay, fine. Because he is feeling now that he wants to go back to Bruce. Did you guys hear that?
No, man.
Did you hear that?
He ain't never stopped being Bruce in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Sitting down with the girls, no. He now says he regrets it and wants to go back. And
I didn't hear that. I heard he just wanted to date women.
No, I think within the next couple of years, he's supposed to be transitioning back to Bruce. So now you got to go get the breast implants out. You got to go.
So that whole thing back up together, you know what I'm saying? That
so are they going to take his award from him?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
She never got no doggone award anyway.
You're not a woman, so why would I give
then
you a
Then not only that, there's plenty of other people who have done it before you.
Why all of a sudden you get all the notoriety?
Well, what?
They said because of his bravery
to get out. Yeah, they go and have the.
It's a lot of celebrities that came out as transgender.
Man, he's no different than anybody else. He is no different than anybody else. I don't understand what all the hoopla was about.
Well,
for him
I don't think most of them went through the transition that he went through.
He didn't go through no transition besides boobs. He didn't get the. Now, if he would have got the. Then
that's brave.
Then that's brave.
Right.
That's brave.
Go every time you see him.
That's brave. I'm sorry.
It's a lot to that, not just getting it cut off. It's
a lot of guys that got them that big and didn't even get implants. They just go eat at Popeyes
every day and don't exercise.
So do they get an award?
Right.
No.
Right.
But when you get
around with no brown.
But when you get the
that's brave. Make them fat.
I'm just talking about you getting fat titties. I mean breasts. Man boobs.
Man boobs. You gotta stop eating them Popeyes.
But yeah, once you get the snip, hey, that's listen. Any man that can do that, that's courage. Ain't no coming back.
That's like death almost.
Well, I think a lot of them transition, but a lot of them really don't take that final steps. They're so afraid to take that final step. And my thing is, if you want to be a woman, you take that.
Then they don't really want to be a woman. They just want to be in a social club.
Because they just tough.
I think the thing is, it's very expensive. Taking that final step is expensive because, in my experiences in the field that I worked in before I got to where I am now.
You got to your change.
You bogus. That's how Morgan Park. You got to do each other.
Little sister.
See, I got
remember she's little sister.
Ninja Turtles stay together.
Little sister. But I knew a kid, a young man who was gay, and he had breast implants, and he would go like all over the country. You know what I'm saying? We had planned. I worked at a group home. And we had organized a trip to go down to Atlanta for their spring break. Mm-hmm. So this kid, he used to run back and forth. You know, he would be gone. If you gone more than 14 days, they would put you out. So he would be gone 13 days at a time and then come back, stay for a day or two, and then be gone again. So we had organized a trip to Atlanta, you know, the staff and everybody. And all we were waiting on was the day we were supposed to leave. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. All the kids were packed and ready. We just waiting on them to say, yeah, y'all go ahead. The phone rings, and it's this kid. He's like, Dion, y'all still going to Atlanta? I was like, I don't know. We waiting on the word now. Why? He's like, well, I've been down here 2 days. I've been waiting on y'all.
Oh, wow.
I was like, well, you know, as soon as we get word, you call back in about 20 minutes or so. And then the funny thing was they called back and said no. But this kid had breast implants. He had been to Mexico. Mm-hmm. He had been to New York. He had been to wherever the black market was for breast implants and everything. And the crazy thing about it was if he was straight, could have any woman he wanted. That's how handsome he was. As a girl, he grew his hair out and kept it in a ponytail. His hair, because his father was Asian, and he looked just like Aaliyah. The spitting image of Aaliyah, except he had fuller lips. He had thicker lips, and this was right after Aaliyah had passed away. We went to somebody gave us some preseason tickets to a Bears game or something like that. And as we were leaving, one of the guys walked by and was like, there go Aaliyah right there. She ain't dead. Was like, how do you come back from that? You know what I'm saying? We just kept walking, and we found it kind of funny, but he took that, that was an honor to him. Yeah. You know what I mean? So had a boyfriend and everything, some big time gangbang up there on the north side and everything. And I was wondering if this dude knew he was a dude, you know what I mean? And had a whole bunch of mess going on up there. You know, a few times we had to clear the streets in front of the house and everything because he had all of these she's, you know what I'm saying, after him for stealing their boyfriend and everything because he was a handsome kid. And right, the attention that he got a lot of attention. So I mean, he had breasts. I know.
I just can't get it.
I don't understand it either personally, but you know,
I just don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to be gay, you want to be gay.
That's fine.
I get it.
That's fine.
I get it. But the whole like changing everything, because at that point I think it's being, what's the word I'm looking? I think it's being trickery. You know, it's been because you got people out here that really do make that transition and look like women, and they not disclosing this information.
Right.
Well, I mean, I was surprised because I had a cousin, and my whole life I always knew that he was gay. But as an adult, I think when I moved to California, whatever, I never saw him because I didn't live here. And then I came back and we were at a family event, and in walks this girl. So I thought long blonde, braids going back, mini skirt up to here, and thigh high boots. Like,
who is she?
Right. Which cousin is that?
Right.
And they were like, that's, saying my cousin's name. And I'm like, and he was already flaming when we were young, because it's like if I was over there and say a guy came to pick me up for a date, I'm gonna take him from you.
Wow.
And it was just a thing that this is so well known. A lot of people don't realize that, but a lot of these gay men, they just if for some reason they are in competition with the light-skinned women. They are in.
That's the target.
Because whenever it didn't matter who came to pick it, he would come and I'd be like, I'll be right back. Oh, watch out for my cousin. You have to tell them, And I come down, he'll be. So where y'all going? Always warn you. You gotta warn them. Because because some of the guys was just like. So but I'm serious, when his transition was the blonde braids.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. You would be surprised how many quote unquote straight men mess with a lot of. Dude, let me tell you, my fiance lived right off of by Jackson and Costner, right by that Viaduct.
Boys Town?
No. Boys Town up on North.
By that Viaduct. It's nothing but tranny prostitutes.
That's what somebody else told. I was just talking to one of the kids at my job about that the other day, and they said the
men
same
just
thing.
Be picking them up. And let me tell you something. These ain't the ones that look like women. They just like, okay, it look like me in the wood, the weeds.
See the 5 o'clock shadow and all of that stuff.
And you can, they look like men in wigs. And men just be picking them up.
Yeah.
And we used to be sitting up over there on the porch. I'd be like, oh my God.
Right.
And I know you were making that face.
That ain't all I said. All the other stuff I said, I can't say on the air.
Man, hey.
But I don't know if it's I've never been curious to hook up with a woman. It's just never been something that just never. It just never came across my mind to hook up with a woman. Have I had women hit on me? And I'd be like, you sit there like, did she just hit on me? I've had those moments. Like I played for the post office, and most of those teams were lesbians. Okay, unbeknownst to me.
Right.
And we playing softball and. Yeah, Chrissy, you look nice.
Right. I ain't got no problem with people being gay. I mean,
I have no problem.
A really good.
Just leave it over there with you.
No,
don't bring it over there with me.
I mean, I have a colleague at my job who is gay. He has a husband. They're married and everything. We get along really well.
I have a classmate.
We cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a classmate.
So I mean, I ain't got no problem with it, but
our wife, I don't know which one they play, but they're real cool. I mean, both of them are real laid back. I just don't know who's who. I don't know who. That's what I'm saying.
And I think the reason why me and him is cool and we get along is because he actually is the first gay guy that I know that's actually completely comfortable in his skin. Every other person I've ever met is always they trying to portray they not gay, being in a closet, or they messing with men, but they got a girlfriend. There's always some crazy stupid stuff like that.
Right.
And so him is like, for one, when I met him and I saw he had a ring on, I thought he was straight. I forgot about the whole equal marriage thing. So I'm like, okay, He's not the most masculine man, but he's married.
Maybe he's a woman.
Right.
He is. But then once I found out he was married to a man, I was like, okay, that explains.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It was the reason why he's so good at decorating.
Well, cooking and all of those other good things.
But, it's weird because I look at people like I have a nephew, and my brothers are total idiots, and this particular nephew, he has a lot of feminine ways, and he's still young, so he wanted to have he asked me for a pink iPhone cover. I'm looking like, no, the hell, I'm not buying no pink iPhone.
That's a definite
but
hint.
it's just for the simple fact that he is around women. consistently. He has no male figures in his. He's always.
That's called a bad excuse. I'm sorry.
No, but what I'm saying is that's okay. That may be a bad excuse, but I'm just saying he's around women. But my cousin that I was telling you guys about a little bit ago, I asked him, "Why are you gay?" He was like, "Because I was born in a cab."
He was born what?
People are always making an excuse of why they.
Later on, it came out that he said a neighbor down the block had raped him.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, so, and you were liking it?
I mean, that's the part. That's the part I don't get. That's the part I don't get. I'm a lot of gay people I've met. Oh, I've got raped or I've got molested. And that's the reason why I'm gay. I know a lot of straight people who have been molested, and they fine. Yeah. So let's just. This is me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe that 97% of the people that's gay aren't really gay. I think that it's the trend. I'll give you an example. Let me tell you. I know that may sound crazy. It's an extreme trend, but it is a trend. Right. Think about it. It's the only thing it's the only minority or social place you could go to and never be judged.
Right.
I mean, black, white, trans, it doesn't matter. Like they accept. Like I'll give you an example. Yeah. When I was in college, I had a lot of gay women that lived on. I mean that was part of like the gay movement, whatever. And they were real. I mean, they hardcore gay. Like they were like marching downtown, all that stuff. Married to a man with kids. All the women.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've asked them like, they was like, oh, and I'm like, man, you was like a big gay advocate. Right. They was like. And they straight told me, one girl straight told me, she said, you know what? Being gay is the thing to be. It's like it's like no matter what, you're culturally accepted, no matter what. And you have this support. She was like, a lot of people that don't have support in their life, a lot of them end up going to the gay community. He was like, because they get the support. And I was like, but what about the whole, sex thing or whatever? And she was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you do that. But she was like, but let's be real. When you young, do you really know what sex is?
No, and
no, that's what she told me. She was like, so the thing about it, she told me just like this, and she said, kid me not. She said, you can learn to like anything.
No.
So it grows on you. And you know what I think is different for
she said she didn't. She told me. She said she didn't. She said coming from a man to a woman, she didn't like being with a woman sexually at first. It took. She said it took a while.
I've heard that before.
Well, the women that I know that are gay, and they're really good people. They are really, really good people. And actually, I have two of them that I'm. We really kind of close, and because they were like more of my protectors, like, hey, she's straight, don't mess with her, y'all got to go through us type of thing. And I mean, both of them, well, especially one, drop dead gorgeous, like you would not believe. But she cuts her hair. She's always a man in a relationship. She cuts her hair like real short, like a ball fade. That gorgeous, even like that. And when I tell you that this chick get Kim Kardashians and supermodels and
a lot of them do.
But she's such a hoe.
So she can't keep just one.
We playing a game. They done rolled up on her. She done took this. I don't know how many married women she done took from their husband.
Wow.
Dude, look, let me tell you.
I'm just telling you. She has taken married women with 5-6 kids. She has taken them from their husband.
But you know what? I'm
gonna get tired. Guess where that women go?
Back to their husband.
Back to their husband.
And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what I started to realize, or what I think a lot of a reason why some people take, like you say, can take a husband or take. I think that because it's so much free sexuality that I believe that a lot of people are curious about things, not necessarily being gay, but they're curious about
curiosity.
They have curious things that they would like to try to in the bedroom with their significant other, but are too embarrassed.
So they're gonna try
to actually say.
With a man?
Well, I think the curiosity overrides everything else. I mean, and I don't want to say it knocks out all sensibility, because I think they know what they're doing. But in this society, in today's society, it's so much more accepted than it was 10 or 12 30 years ago. Yeah. So, it's like, hey, let's take that chance. Exactly. Let's take that. I'm more open to taking that chance now. And I don't care what people say. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about it, because I do have this huge movement behind me. I do have all of these people with power, with money, with clout that I can go run to for support. So they think, hey, look, why not take?
And then not only that, I can always come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I just, I like I said,
you know how many? You know how many? I'm gonna be honest. You know how many gay men that I'm a musician at a church, so it ain't nothing but gay men in church, unless you one of the deacons.
Right.
Yeah, I mean even some of them. But
I was about to say, I know a gay deacon.
And a lot of those guys that was messing with guys, they ended up with a woman. And the thing about it, they women know. And don't care. Like
I would have to care.
No, I'm saying like
just a little bit.
Like I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, it's like people are just free to just.
It's open. It's wide open. And again.
Well, I mean, I have one that's a stalker. Like, and I've known her now for like 16 years. And
I like shit. And
I met her back in 2000, and I've known her now for 16 years. And it's just like she'll tell my other friend, it's just, how's Chrissy doing? How's my baby Megan doing? And it's like, Megan, and how's and then she'll say, tell her she that should have been my baby. Now, how you gonna have a baby with me? But this is what she says. Every time she'll call my girlfriend, or she'll tell my girl, you talk to Chrissy. And my girlfriend be like laughing, and she'll call me, your boo asked about you. And because it's so many of her friends that be like, how am I doing? I'm like, who? Which one?
I remember when I took what class was that? I want to say it was an ethics class, and I was for one, I was the one that was very controversial.
I understand.
I was the one that was very controversial. So I remember we would get ready. This one the gay marriage thing had first came up.
Yeah.
Like when everybody was shooting it down. And so it became topic of discussion, and they decided to my teacher decided to make a debate and a debate team over it. And all I kept saying was, please put me on the team for gay marriage, because I don't know how to not be disrespectful.
Right.
And I remember when he sat there and he was calling off the names. He was like, Steve Spiller. He looked up at me and smiled. He was like, against gay marriage.
So that had to be really something.
So the first debate, I got kicked out. That was the first debate. So I was like, you know what? And he told me he had to talk with me. He was like, listen, if you want to get a good grade on this assignment, he's like, you've been killing all the other ones, but this out your comfort zone. Yeah. He was like, so if you want to do this, you got to come with it. I came with it. So this is what I did I messed them up. And we were some gay people in there. And I told them, I said, the reason why it shouldn't be legal is because it's unnatural.
Well, yeah.
And everybody was looking at me like, look, and I was like, okay, I'll give you an example. When a man and a woman gets together, and I'm gonna keep it very simple.
Keep it PG.
Yeah, PG. When a man and a woman gets together, there are certain things in a man's body and certain things in a woman's body that allows them to get, moist. that makes intercourse easy.
Right.
I was like, but when a man and a man get together, or a woman and a woman get together, they have to go outside of the norm.
Right. Their vaccine
in order to
or whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
K1, I mean,
and I was like, and then not only that, and then I said,
it everywhere.
And then
I don't know if it's K1, whatever it's called. KY. Yeah, I'm like K1. Hey, I don't need it. I don't know it.
Oh my God. PG, right? PG.
That was PG.
And then also I said, and then it's natural for a man and a woman to have a child.
Yeah.
For a man and a woman, they have to go outside the norm in order to have a child.
Yeah.
And I was like, so therefore, it's not normal. It's physically not normal.
Here's the question.
And I got
what is normal now? What is normal nowadays? Because everything has been so skewed and twisted that it,
No, don't get me wrong. From a social standpoint, normal can be subjective, but not from a physical standpoint.
You're absolutely right. But what I'm saying, but people overlook the physical, because here's the thing: nowadays, if they saw you and Chris or me and Chris walking down the street holding hands, we would be abnormal now. That's how twisted it is. Now we're abnormal, and and again, the way you live your life, if you like it, I love it. I'm not mad at anybody. I have gay family members too, and I love them to death. And we'll fight to the death if you say something about them. But with that being said, when you when you're constantly pushing it in my face, when you constantly, hey, look at me, I'm this and I'm that, that's when it becomes a problem for me. Live your life. I'm straight, but I'm not going down the street with a straight shirt on. I'm not going down the street bragging about my wife and how beautiful she is and she got a big this and she can do that. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm just living my life, and that's the way people should be. But again, in this skewed society, that's not a.
See, the only thing, and I've said this before, though, I have no problem with the gay community. I love the gay community. I mean, I think they're a strong community, and they do the things that they feel that is necessary to get the things that they want. Like, I'll give you an example. I was all for, from a moral standpoint, I was all for gay marriage when I found out that it was people in the armed forces that if they were in a state, like, I'll give you an example. It was a couple in California that it was legal to be gay there, and then their spouse was able to get all of the benefits of being their spouse. Right. But when they got transferred to Virginia, all of a sudden it was all in void, which at that point, that's just wrong.
Right.
So I'm with you. I'm with you on that. The only issue that I have with the gay community is you're not getting ready to tell me it's right. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean that I'm being prejudiced.
Right.
We can disagree all day,
right?
And that's the problem that I have. You're not going to get me to say. You're not going to get me to adopt your ideology.
Yeah. Well, that's
I guess my problem with it is that my problem is simple fact of raising kids. How do you, daddy and daddy? Mommy and mommy.
I mean,
how do you raise?
It's got to be confusing for the kids.
It definitely has to be confusing because, and I notice most gay men will raise
a girl,
and most gay women will raise a boy. And I'm sitting up here saying to myself, two women can't teach the little boy how to be a boy. So is that saying that little boy gonna grow up to be, or is that little girl gonna grow up to be?
That's not necessarily. I mean, you do have some parents that are gay that have kids, and they're like, hey, well, we're not teaching our kids to be gay or to be straight.
It's not about it's to learn behavior, because this is all that child
that's
see.
all they see. So I
don't want to say that's all they see. I mean, if they see grandma and granddad, and I'm keeping I'm just playing devil's advocate, but if they see grandma and granddad, they do see it. If they see uncle and auntie, they do see it. Just because they have,
they may see it, but if they're in a home where it's prevalent, two mommies and two daddies, that is where that learned behavior is gonna come from.
Yeah, and what I've read and what I've heard is that a lot of times, same-sex couples, they teach their kids to be more open-minded. That's the overall ideal, is to teach them to be open-minded to different things.
Right.
But I understand what you're saying is because I understand. Okay, it's Uncle Joe and Uncle Ted, living together. But at some point, when does it switch over and I start to think that that's okay too?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's where it becomes the problem. Right. We see them in the door all the time.
I hate to let you guys know, but it is all right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You're right.
But I'm saying it still would be confusing.
It's confusing to that child.
If I was a kid, I would be like, what?
I don't think it depends. If the parent is teaching them, hey, there's two ways. You can choose to be this way or that way, and it's up to you.
I don't think that they're teaching the kids that. I'm sorry. I think it's a learned behavior. I think the kids are going to go off of what they see in the house.
Scary.
And the thing about it, they're not going to teach the kid that other relationship. To me, they're not, because the simple fact that they're not in that relationship. They're not going to teach them that, because 9 out of 10, if you got two women together, and I've asked gay women this question. I mean, I have literally asked over 25 to 30 gay women, why were they gay? 9 out of 10, guess what? Because a man hurt them. Or they had been raped by a man, or it was always dealing with a man. So let me tell you, most gay women, they're not pro men. They're not going to say anything good to a man if they're raising kids. No, they're not there, because they're against. That's why they're with that woman. Because you know what? The woman is. I heard them. I had like 3 tell me this, that a woman is sensitive to their needs. Because they have the same emotions that I have.
Because they've been skewed, so damaged by men.
I mean, I've had that women tell me that, like, it's a relationship with a woman is more intense because you have so much emotion.
And that's just too much emotion. I'm sorry. It's just too much.
I mean, for you it is, but obviously for them, I mean, because I ain't gonna lie to you, all the gay people I know, they got the most drama.
Yeah.
And
Boy,
it is.
They got the most drama in a relationship.
I'm just sorry. I mean, like I said, I have gay friends or whatever, relatives. I respect their choices, but at the end of the day, I'm not finna lay up with a chick that got the same thing I got, because you can't turn me on and rub it on my breast. That's just not.
But you know what? To be honest with you,
not gonna work.
To be honest with you, most of them dibble and dabble. Like I've even had my cousin who's been gay for so long. She even told me one day she got a little drunk and she was like, "Yeah, every blue moon I end up messing around with."
You either be one way or another. Make up your mind.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. She told me all of them. She was like, Steve, you'll be surprised. She said about 95% of all of them.
I know a lot of gay women. I know, and I'm really close friends with a lot of gay women, and I need to. And I listen to. We talk. We have conversations, and it's just. For that, I get it, and I'm okay with your lifestyle. I'm all right with it. You know what I mean? It's just, again, for me, going back a few minutes is, don't try and push your lifestyle off on me. That's the whole thing. Don't try and make me see the same way you see, because that's not fair. You know what I'm saying?
So just so we can still keep our gay viewers in tune, we gonna move on to something that's very important today. You know what today is?
Today is the first game.
That's right.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. Game one.
There you go.
Game one.
Wait,
what happened? What we?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do that.
Yeah, you tried.
Oh, that's a high five. Oh, okay. Right. I thought he was like, stop. I'm like, wait, what happened? I was like, what we do? Game one. Cavs, Golden State. Who you got?
Golden State.
Warriors come out to play.
Now let me tell you something. I would love Warriors. I almost think that Cavs might take.
I don't know. You know what, man? You got the same team. And here's the killer part.
I don't even like the Cavs.
I don't either. I've never liked Cleveland.
And think about it, I kind of like the Cavs, but I think Golden State's more hungry.
Golden State is not on hungry.
I think that's the problem. I think it's
team, and they.
I think it's the other way around.
You think the Cavs?
I think the Cavs. Think about Ohio. What do Ohio have?
The Erie.
They don't
Lake
have
Erie.
Nothing.
Lake Erie.
They don't have exactly. Most people can't even point on the map which one is Erie.
Right.
I know I can't.
The one to start with.
But I'm telling you, they don't have anything. Ohio is hungry. They didn't already been to the finals. What?
Twice, three times.
They hungry.
Yeah.
And then not only that, your boy LeBron is hungry. The reason why I say he hungry, because one thing let me tell you something. His legacy, and he know this, is that he bought a championship.
Yeah. He sold out for a championship.
He sold. Let's be real. He sold out to get a championship.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know. They built the team.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing, and we were just talking about this earlier at work. The problem is this. You have, it's the same two teams from last year, but last year you didn't have Shumpert. He went down. You didn't have Irving. He went down. Neither one of them are better defenders than Dellavedova. And then neither one of them. And then now you talking about putting Shumpert. And then
Kevin Love couldn't find his rhythm.
Right.
He was new.
So the thing is, you got the same over talented team with the same team that they have put on a heck of a run through the playoffs. Cleveland had. They ran through teams. They didn't play no games with none of them. But Golden State, man, when they can hit you from 5 or 6 different directions, and all you can really depend on is 1 or 2, how do you defend that?
I don't think they just have 1 or 2. I think that's what a lot of people think. They don't. Cavs got a squad.
No,
I gotta give them that.
Let's be honest. If they was on the West, they probably be number 3 seed.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. They'll probably be number 3 seed. The East is a weak conference. It's a weak conference. But here goes the thing, and with them, they got a good, well-versed team. The problem is that I think that they really match up well with Golden State, if you really think about it. But here goes the problem that I think that Golden State might mess up on. where they almost messed up with OKC. Because let's be real, OKC should have won. Because this is what Golden State love to do. They love to let the other team go on a 10-0 run and then try to score 15 points in less than a minute.
Right.
You know, but the problem is, I'm gonna tell you how they gonna if for one, they gonna have to stop that. They got to be more consistent. And for two, the only way I feel like they can really beat the Cavs is if they let LeBron do whatever he want to do and focus on stopping everybody else. Because I don't know if y'all remember 2 years ago when San Antonio won, they let LeBron score 50 points a game.
Yeah.
Everybody else had like 4.
Yeah.
They did not. They let LeBron do whatever he want. That's cool because we know we can't stop him. Let's stop everybody else, and that's how they won.
Well,
if they do that,
and that's what's going to happen. I think that's the game plan. Let LeBron score 100, but as long as everybody else score 5, we in great shape. If we score 120, 130 points a game,
because let's be real. Who on that team can guard LeBron?
Nobody.
They can't.
Nobody. They're gonna have to double team. It's gonna have to be trapped.
But then after that, you leaving too many shooters open.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, granted, LeBron gonna get 50. If he score 50 game, he got to play defense. Who he gonna stick? He can't stick nobody on Golden State because if you come out, I'm gonna blow past you. And if you give me the shot, everybody don't go to State proving that they can hit 3-pointers or any length of jumper that you give them. So where's LeBron?
But I'm gonna tell you where they can stop them at, because this is how OKC was stopping them. They didn't play. Did you notice that they center was playing on the outside? Was playing defense on the outside. On the outside. Yeah. That's how you stop them. They're a shooting team. They not coming in the paint.
Yeah.
So you know what? We sticking D all on the outside perimeter, and that's how they was beating them. And the only reason OKC lost because they was just doing some stupid stuff. They gave them too many turnovers. At the end of the game, they had way too many turnovers.
Bad shots, KD give it passing turnovers and stuff like that at critical times, man. And OKC is going to have to live with that for the whole.
And the thing about it though is that I don't think OKC gonna be back for a while because Kevin Durant probably not gonna stay.
I think he will stay.
I don't think Durant is gonna stay either.
Where he going?
Dude, okay, hold on. Let's
hear talks about him coming to the Bulls?
Definitely not. He would be stupid.
No. I did hear talks of him coming to the Bulls.
No, you heard Chicago talking.
No. I heard Durant was considering coming to the Bulls.
They say that every big. They said they needed to trade Rose and somebody else. Remember they said with every top tier.
Yeah, they did say it with LeBron.
Because then LeBron wasn't looking nowhere near here. And they said it with every top tier player. But you got to understand something. You got Kevin Durant, who's a top tier player, right?
Yeah.
He's a free agent. You have a lot of teams that you could prove. Dude, the whole East.
Yeah.
Probably doggone the whole East is probably going to give an offer. Then you got Lakers.
I'm about to say Lakers because Lakers need a leader.
Yeah, they can easily come here. They got the money.
Yeah, they got the money.
And then not only that, they can set up a good 3-4 year plan. Like, dude, we can set you up your perfect team.
Well, here's the only problem I have with the Lakers.
That's what they did with LeBron.
They don't know. The Lakers don't really know what direction they're going in with all the internal trouble they had this last year. A lot of people are now looking at them like, man, what's really going on? You got cats snitching on each other. You know what I'm saying? Teammates and stuff like that.
Well, that's old.
And but I'm just saying.
But Kobe did it with Shaq.
But let me tell you. But here goes the thing, though. But if I'm management and I want you real bad, I'm gonna say, Dion, what do you want? If I give you this 12-man roster, who not gonna work on your plan?
Right. That is a team
and I'm gonna pay you 20 million more than what you was getting. What's up?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. At that point, I'm like, get rid of this dude, get rid of this dude. Right. Let's bring in this guy. Let's do this. Matter of fact, go get Westbrook.
Because I think that Lakers can build him a team. That is a team that he would be able to lead. He needs to be somewhere where he can lead.
He can lead OKC. He can lead OKC. The problem is that I'm gonna be real. No, it ain't Russell. It's him. He will not step up when
he's not
time.
a leader. He's not a leader though. That's the problem.
I think
he's not.
Is.
He can because he has done it.
Yeah, he can.
He has done it. I think he did it last year and the year before. But this year, when it's time to take over the game, he wasn't doing that. And once Westbrook was steady trying to feed him, like, boom, take over, he wouldn't. Westbrook had to take over.
Well, they did a good job for the first 4 games of the series. It's just the last 3 they messed up. You know what I mean? So I don't know what happened between game 4 and game 7.
I know what it is.
Blew it.
Pressure, bust pipes.
Every single time.
Pressure, bust pipes, man. Hey, look. If this was a regular season game, them games they would have won. But pressure, man.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what your character, you build character. Because, I mean, if you go back some years with the Bulls and Detroit in the late 80s and early 90s, it was the same thing. The Bulls would crack under the pressure, but they finally learned and they got past that. OKC has had 3-4 opportunities to get past it, and they haven't done it yet. And that window is closing. It's getting smaller now. Now you got KD, who don't know where he could end up back in OKC. He could end up in Washington. That's where he's from.
I was just getting ready to say
Washington might be a good fit for him.
I think so. I think Washington would be a good fit.
Yeah, absolutely. With Wall and Beal and all of those guys.
But you got that's what I'm saying. But you got to also, we're looking at some of the teams that seem obvious. What about all these other teams that's like the Phoenix Suns? They just got a new coach.
Well, I think the problem with that is I don't think he's ready to rebuild. He want to fit in and be on a winning team immediately because, again, he's still young, but he know he ain't got 10 years like he did 5 years ago.
But the thing about it, though,
step up and start stepping up. I just feel like, because I know that he has the potential to be an excellent leader. He just has to step up. I mean,
you know what? When Russell Westbrook went down, was that year before last? What did he do? What happened to him? Where did he go? He had the opportunity right then and there. Westbrook wasn't even on the court.
He does not have the confidence, but I think.
Wait. Westbrook don't have the confidence?
No.
Durant doesn't have the confidence. I think he has more confidence now than he had several years back. When Westbrook was out.
I mean, let me be the first to tell you. I wish I was in Durant's shoes.
Me too.
These is problems, but these problems you would love to have.
Hey, I swear, I take them any day of the week, to be honest.
Because remember, I don't know if y'all remember, 2 years ago, Carmelo Anthony was in the same position. He had everybody after him. Mm-hmm. He literally was going crazy.
From city to city,
He was. I think
didn't he even come? He came
here. He came here. Check it out. They said he literally got sick, and I've never actually heard Carmelo Anthony, like, really, I saw the interview he did, and you could just look in his face. He just did not know. Like, he was like, man, last contract, it was easy to just pick up and go if I needed to. He's like, I got to, my next contract is probably going to be a long contract. Yeah. My son is a little older. I got a wife now. I got to think about school systems. He was like, man, it's just he was like, it's a lot. I don't know. Like he was stressed. I think
stressful. I
think he was really stressed out.
I mean, if he was single, then maybe it'd be different. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, being a married man, you got to think about your whole family. It's not just about you and where you want to go, because, of course, for the longest time, the number one destination was Chicago. It was it was Chicago than everybody else. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I think part of the problem was he didn't want to share with Derrick Rose at the time. I think that's part of it, because from what I've been told, Derrick Rose is not a real easy person to get along with. You know what I'm saying?
He's not a team player.
Yeah, if you remember, again, what all the recruiting was with LeBron and all the other free agents 3-4 years ago, he came out and was like, man, what I got to say anything for? If they want to come here, they'll come here. I ain't got to say nothing to them. And that's, come on,
okay,
man.
let me tell y'all something about Derrick Rose. I've met Derrick Rose quite a bit, even before he's not the brightest.
I ain't gonna talk about that on the radio. I know people that know him personally, man.
Yeah, so a lot of things that come out.
Yeah.
Morgan Park. No, but I mean, no.
I was just playing.
Morgan Park. But no, a lot of things that come out his.
I'm gonna let the man talk.
I'm just messing with you. But no, a lot of things that come out of Derrick Rose's mouth, I can't really take for granted. Yeah. Like I mean, not for granted, but I can't take it for face value, because I know it's not. What's the word I'm looking for? It's
not really authentic, because somebody else is talking for him and he's not making
and then sometimes when he speaks and it's like, what? Yeah. I know that it's because it's unfortunately it's
like I said,
lack of education.
I know high school coaches. I know people that know Derrick Rose, and I started to watch him when he came into the league just to pay attention to what other people are saying. And you could tell, again, your first year, you're nervous, all this is new, what I'm saying? You ain't used to attention on this level. But see, here's the issue with Derrick Rose. His brother is the one pulling his string.
Yeah.
His brother. And so his brother tells him what to say.
His brother is dumb as
a box of rocks, you know what I'm saying? And from what I was told, Nike had offered him $200 million.
He was.
His brother went in there, acted a plum donkey,
and
jumped up on the table, waving his shoe. I ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna do that. Now you just put their contract back in the fold. It's like, okay, thanks. We'll see y'all later. And see, unbeknownst to Adidas,
but you've had a lot of other people that couldn't speak, and like Scottie Pippen. I mean,
when he first got here,
and people,
and that's
Shaquille O'Neal.
You surround yourself with the right people, you'll be fine. But see, Reggie ain't let nobody get around there but him.
The first that
Reggie,
down.
Right? Reggie is not letting anybody else get close to Derrick Rose because he don't want nobody to mess up his sugar cart. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm getting paid. I got icebox in my head just like my brother do because of him. But if somebody tell him, hey man, you should do A, B, and C, then now all of a sudden I'm losing money, so I'm not gonna do that. So Reggie does all the talking for him, and like I said, Reggie is a half a step in front of Derrick.
Right, he was on the little yellow school bus also. But you got too many Chicago players, NBA players that Derrick Rose could have hooked up with. You got Marcus Liberty, you got Kendall Gill, you got Anton. What's his name? Anton.
Walker.
Mm-hmm. Kenny Anderson.
Not Antoine Walker.
But what now?
No.
Yeah, I'm
Antoine
just saying,
Walker broke.
We know he broke.
That's the wrong person
because he was with the wrong woman. But at the end of the day,
he dumb.
But what I'm saying is, he could have hooked up with any one of these guys,
right?
Like Kendall Gill. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go with. I mean, you had Eddie Curry from here. You had.
He should have. There was a blueprint for him laid out that he could have just.
One of these guys that was in the NBA before him. You had these people. Marcus Liberty would have been probably the best bet for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marcus Liberty.
You could have called Muggsy Bogues.
Anybody from Chicago. Lindsey Hunter was on the Bulls bench the first year or two he played to try and guide him. Lindsey Hunter was here from Chicago. You
could have talked to these guys. I just saw Horace Grant a couple of weeks ago. I mean, you could have talked to these guys. You had too many NBA players here that could have helped guide you.
Reggie.
People think they know everything.
But your brother was not in the NBA.
He ain't never done nothing.
All he did was get behind you and ride. He's riding your coattails, but he's leading. He done let $200 million from Nike. I remember I was sick when I heard that.
Man.
But that's why I always say, remember how me and Dan would go back. Derrick Rose is not the smartest person.
He's not. He is really. And again, the people.
And I don't know why the Bulls are holding on to him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I can't believe the Bulls holding on to us.
He got something on them or something? Because the GM, I'm just trying to figure out why.
They thought
he's an extraordinary talent. That's what it is.
They thought he was.
They thought first year.
Listen, he did have some very good talent, but once he got hurt, he never was the same. And they thought that he was going to be able to bounce back because you have had a few athletes that had. No, not with them type of injuries. The only close one that had that kinda is maybe Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
the only person I know that had that type of injury and that bounced back and came back even better, but is my man, football running back, Minnesota, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah,
but everybody else in basketball,
it's different. It's different for football and basketball because because I said the same thing. Adrian Peterson worked like a slave to get back to where he was, and Derrick Rose was kind of apprehensive. I understand that, but here's the thing: to just bring it all in together, Derrick Rose. In all honesty, I mean, y'all might think I'm crazy, but toward the end of the year, he started picking up. He started showing more and more flashes of what he was 4 or 5 years ago than he ever had in the last 2-3 years. So, with that being said, they're hoping that he builds momentum, coming into this year. And if he can stay off the injury report, then he could do the cutting and the fasting and the
I just think he does just enough, like you say. If you notice, every time Derrick Rose was injured. It was always towards the end of the season where you started seeing the old Derrick Rose. I think he does just enough for them to say, hey, maybe he will be okay. I just feel that.
Yeah, he did it with Adidas.
Right. I just don't feel like when he goes out there and play, I don't feel like he's giving his all. He just does
just
enough.
Hustling. He hustling. Yeah, I've always said that he's just hustling. He's making money. But
I think he did.
Yeah, but we could talk about this all day. But that's our time.
Oh, give a big shout out to the Cubs.
Yeah,
of course. I was at the Cubs game.
30 games over 500 for the first time in 1,000 years. Man, that's what's up.
Go Cubs.
I'm happy for them,
Yeah, and this your boy Steve.
And then Chris.
Of course. And this is us on Candid Talk Radio, IntellectualRadio.com, and we'll see you next week.
Peace. You dancing like the way you move it. You ready for some action? You ready for some action? I can't wait for your reaction. Like this, do you like that? Let me cook you dinner, best night you ever had.